Okay, we all know that people judge a book by its cover and an Instagram account by the photos that they post online. So how do you actually level up your Instagram photos? Well, it's easy to do inside of your phone. You don't even have to have any fancy Photoshop or Canva software to do this. So how can you level up the phone photos that you're taking or the photos that you're taking on your camera inside of your phone without any apps? Today we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to use my iPhone, but the same principles apply to almost any type of phone out there. So stick with me as I show you these features. We're going to take a look on screen, and the first thing I'm going to do is actually to take a photo of myself. And with this photo, we are going to click on that and we're going to go into our edit tab. Now this might be different for you if you're not on an iPhone, but it's going to pull up those different features and then you're going to have that slider down on the bottom. At this point, we are going to be able to mess with our exposure, our brilliance, highlights, shadows, contrast, brightness, black point, saturation, our vibrance, warmth, tint, sharpness. We can even do definition, noise reduction, and vignette. There's lots of different options on different phones, and if you're actually using an app where these principles still apply, you may have different features as well. So I'm going to start off with, usually I start off with my contrast first, but you can start wherever you like. Some people like to start with exposure. I tend to bump up my contrast, so you can see how it very clearly takes away or adds in some of that contrast. So I just want to make this pop a little bit more because most phones take very flat photos. So if you're going to do nothing else, add a little contrast, but not too much, to your photos. You don't want to look like any of those hideous filters over on Instagram, so make sure you're taking care to just add a little bit of each of these. Now at that point, I might go back and scroll through and I might bump up my highlights a little bit to make my whites a little bit brighter. I might drag my shadows down a little bit to make that a little bit darker. I also like to mess with black point a lot, but first I'm going to go into my brilliance and I'm going to bump that up just a bit. I can change my exposure if I want. If I don't, I set it right back to 0, and then I can scroll through and I can just try things until I like what I see. Now I might want to make it brighter if it's a bit of a darker photo. You might want to play with your black point a little bit. You can change your saturation. You can even rotate and crop these to fit what you need them to do. Now once you're done, you're going to hit your done button and ta-da, your photo has been edited. Now if you are going to apply this to multiple photos, if you've done a photo shoot of yourself or of something in the same lighting, same setting, you may in fact actually want to apply that to everything. So I recommend that you write down what you have used for your black point, your shadows, your highlights, all those fun, fabulous things, so that you know exactly where you're going to be going in the next photo, so you don't have to guess and try to make it look the same. You can make it look exactly the same by using the same features. Now in certain apps, especially the Adobe apps like Lightroom, you will have the ability to use presets and set presets. So if you're editing a set of photos and you like the look on the one specific photo and all of them are in the same light in the same space, you can then create a preset and apply it to the upcoming photo so that you don't have to do it manually. If you are using it inside of your phone without any internal apps, all you have to do is write down those numbers and then just apply it to each photo that you want so that you are good to go and you can move forward with what you're doing on Instagram. Now this is really important because you need to level up your Instagram because Instagram is judged by how you look. The more professional you look, even without professional equipment, training, or the price tag, you are going to be engaged with more by people out there. You're going to be seen as a little bit of a higher brand. So you need to make the time and effort to do this, and it literally only takes a few seconds of your time. So if you have one photo in a series that you do want to post, pick that one photo and retouch that one. Now, of course, you're going to want to maybe learn to do a little bit better. So learn Canva, learn Photoshop, learn some of those things, and then you can do some real retouching to make your skin look the way that you want, or maybe remove some of those dark circles under your eyes, whiten teeth, all those things that could potentially kind of nudge up your photos a little bit. But in terms of just basic posting on Instagram, this is an easy way to do it, and you don't have to use filters. And if you like the look of specific filters, you can actually recreate that inside of your phone, or you can apply those into your photos inside of Instagram. Check out this video, by the way, if you are a fan of using filters on Instagram, because those are really harsh, really overbearing filters. I show you how to make them look a little more natural, a little more professional looking inside of this video on how you can actually manipulate and change the filters inside of Instagram so that you don't have that hideous look of a filter where people say, oh, she used a filter on that one. You can actually look like, oh, she naturally looks like that, or he naturally took that photo just like that, and it's going to save a lot of time and trouble inside of Instagram. So check out that video. It's really, really helpful, and make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell because I have some really cool things for you. In the next video, I'm actually showing you how to edit your videos for Instagram, IGTV, and IG stories so that you look more professional even if you film them on your phone, in your home, in dingy lighting. So we're going to talk all about that in the next video. I'm so excited for this one, and I dropped a bunch of resources down in the description bar below, so make sure you hit that up, including how you can be growing using hashtags on Instagram, the #1 offending hashtag you're almost definitely using that's killing your reach, and what to use instead, and some other really cool videos that will bump up what you're doing on your Instagram to get more followers, to get more engagement, and to grow really fast on Instagram so that you can create a more profitable business through your smart social media marketing. And if you've got questions on how to post on Instagram, how to grow on Instagram, or how to curate conversation on Instagram, hit me up in the questions down below. I am doing a live weekly Ask Me Anything every single Wednesday for you guys to answer your questions for 20 minutes in real time on air here on YouTube. Plus, we're doing all these really great tutorial videos that are now taking off and ranking and dominating the Instagram space here on YouTube. So let me know what your questions are. I will happily get those answered for you. And in the next video, we're going to be talking all about how to edit your video to succeed on Instagram, both inside of your phone, similar to this one, and through some really cool apps that you can get for free to use to level up what you're doing. I'm really excited for this one. It's gonna be good. I'll see you in the next video, and let me know, have you started editing your photos through your phone yet? Let me know your experience down below. I would love to hear from you guys. Until then, have a great day and stay inspired.